Hello everyone, it's Ryan Archer at West Ham Fan TV and I'm back with another top 5 video. This Friday night, West Ham take on Brighton at the London Stadium, 8 o'clock kickoff, live on Sky. So this week, my top 5 is going to be based on a player that has played for both West Ham and Brighton. That is the one and only Bobby Zamora. So my top 5 this week is top 5 Bobby Zamora West Ham goals. Sorry Brighton fans, but this is the West Ham channel. As I said, his West Ham record was 152 appearances and 40 goals in all competitions. His Brighton record, pretty decent record, 162 appearances, 90 goals in all competitions. That is including 2 spells at the club and 6 on loan at the beginning of his career before he permanently signed for the club. So let's move straight on. Going to move on to my number 5. Going to go back to the 7th of April 2007. It was a Premier League clash at the Emirates. It was Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. The attendance that day was 60,098. Bobby Zamora scored just before half time. I mean, this was a crucial goal. This was in the running towards the end of the season. We was battling against relegation and this was a massive win. Lucas Neal played the ball over the top. Zamora got behind the defender to go through on goal. Edge of the box, stretched it. He's lobbed it over the goalkeeper who was just off his line. It was a great finish and like I said, it was a massive goal, massive win. I mean, that day, how we walked out that Emirates with a 1-0 win, I never know. Arsenal had about 29 opportunities. Rob Green just had a worldie that day. You know, he probably never had a better game after that in his career. He was unbelievable that day. And like I said, we stayed up on the final day of the season with a 1-0 win at Old Trafford. Tevez gets all the highlights, but Bobby Zamora, for me, was a key player in that bid for survival that season. So yeah, that's my number 5. Moving on now to number 4. We go back to the 5th of December 2005. It was a Premier League clash at St Andrews. It was Birmingham City 1, West Ham 2. The attendance that day, 24,010. Bobby Zamora scored on the 36th minute. It was an equaliser after Emil Heskey put Birmingham 1-0 up. I remember this goal clearly. It was a great goal. We had a throw on, edge of the box. Zamora's chested it, flicked it over the defender's head, got it on the floor. Little 1-2 of his feet, took it round 2 defenders, and then great finish outside of the right boot, through the goalkeeper's legs. It was an unbelievable goal. I mean, if someone like Messi or Ronaldo would have scored that, I'm sure we'll be seeing it on replays throughout the years. But it was a great goal. Bobby Zamora had that in his locker. He wasn't only good in the air, he was technically good with his feet as well. So yeah, that's my number 4. Moving on now to number 3. We go back to the 1st of February 2006. It was a Premier League clash once again. It was Arsenal 2, West Ham 3. The attendance at Highbury that day was 38,216. And Bobby Zamora scored the second goal to put us 2-0 up on the 32nd minute. I mean, this was another great goal from Zamora. Great ball from Konchesky over the top. Zamora's chested it down, gone one-on-one with Sol Campbell. Bit out wide towards the goal. Sol Campbell and him have come together and Zamora's just put him on the floor. You know, get on the weights, Campbell. You know, it was a great bit of strength from Zamora. He's had time to look up, see where the keeper is, and he's just picked out the far corner, left foot. Great finish. Great finish. And like I said, it was all about him beating Sol Campbell, who we know is a lump. You know, he was one of the best defenders around. But Zamora's just put him down and, yeah, Campbell went off. Campbell went off at half-time and I don't think we see him again until the end of the season. So, yeah, he didn't have a great first half, but it was a great finish from Zamora. And that's my number 3. And, of course, we was the last ever team to win at Highbury. So, number 5 was the first team to ever win at the Emirates in the league. And was number 3 was the last team to ever win at Highbury. So, bit of history there. Always being Arsenal's history books, unfortunately for them. So, move on now to my number 2. We go back to the 18th of May 2005. It was a Championship playoff semi-final second leg at Portman Road. It was Ipswich Town 0, West Ham 2. The attendance that day, 30,010. Bobby Zamora scored on the 72nd minute to put us 2-0 up. I mean, this, for me, is my favourite Bobby Zamora goal. It made it into number 2. I remember Marlon Airwood winning the ball down our end. You know, he ran it down the wing, little nutmeg on the Ipswich player coming towards him. Then he's knocked it in his midfield to, I'm sure it was Nigel Rio-Coker, a little 1-2. And then Harewood, I mean, he don't get enough credit for this ball, but this pass was a diagonal over the top, straight to Zamora. I mean, just when you think Zamora's going to header it or chest it down, first time volley inside the left foot, you know, puts it the opposite way of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper's flat-footed, couldn't move, and it was a great finish. And I mean, the audacity to take it on, the confidence Zamora had, because he was flying that season. He put us 2-0 up, 4-2 on aggregate, and he put us into the Championship playoff final. You know, it's the second year in a row we got into the playoff final. It was the second year in a row that we also beat Ipswich in the semi-final. But as I said, that goal for me was my favourite ever Bobby Zamora goal. Just the finish was just quality, just absolute quality. So I'm going to move on now to my number one. We go back to the 30th of May 2005. It was a Championship playoff final. It was Preston North End 0, West Ham 1. The attendance that day is 70,275 at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. The importance of this goal, Zamora, 57th minute, got the winner. I mean, I remember, I think it was Harewood won the ball in the air, just in midfield, flicked it on to Zamora. Zamora brought it down, played it out wide to Everton. Zamora's carried on making his run into the box. Everton's run it down the left, crossed a great ball in, and then Bobby Zamora has come to him. The first Preston defender went for it. He's actually missed it and fell over. But Zamora on the half volley caught it. Lovely. In the far corner. I think another Preston defender fell over. Keeper no chance. And I just remember Zamora running off, and the first person to jump on him was a young Mark Noble. But yeah, it was a winning goal that took us back into the Premier League after 2 seasons out. And that's why it's my number one. Wasn't his best finish out of the 5, but it was the most important goal. So, yeah, look, I mean, give me your comments below, West Ham fans and Brighton fans, if you're watching this. Give me your thoughts on Bobby Zamora, you know, your memories of him. You know, he scored some important goals for us. I mean, looking back through the goals he scored some crackers. I remember he scored a volley away at Sheffield Wednesday, right foot volley, unbelievable finish. Home against Everton, another top corner. But these 5 I've picked just for the importance of some of them, and of course, number one, the playoff final. But look, as I said, we've got Brighton at home this week. Friday night, it's going to be a tough game, but it's a game that I'm confident we can win. Andy Carroll's obviously missing through suspension after being a stupid idiot the other day. But look, we've got good enough players to win this game. We've got Sacco will probably come in. So yeah, give me your thoughts on all the goals I spoke about. Give me your thoughts on the game coming up this week. Don't forget to watch Scott's big match preview. It'll be out Thursday, Friday. Come and see us after the game for fan cams. Sorry, everyone's welcome to come over and give us their view. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a win, and of course, we'll all be back for post-match pint this week. And of course, the most important thing, don't forget, keep subscribing to our channel. We've got loads of content coming up this week and over the next few weeks. So yeah, give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching this top 5 video. I'm Ryan Archer, West Ham Fan TV. Come on, you Irons.